I go up to the DP. I was like, hey, can I ask you some questions? I'm just trying to learn. She's like, yeah, just don't ask me anything stupid. Okay, what camera do you think is the best camera to use on? She's like, that's a stupid question. I was like, oh God.
You know, if you're going out and buying your first camera and you want to know what we talked about this last week, spec sheets are kind of overwhelming. What do I spend my money on? Jake, if you're buying a new camera, what should you always spend your money on more so than even whatever body it is?
I mean, lenses, like, so I don't know. I don't think I've told the story on the podcast, but I, early on in my 20s, I was very fortunate to shadow a director on Chicago, Justice. And I took the opportunity to go like talk to people and learn. I'm, post-grad, trying to just figure it out as a young director. And I go up to the DP and I ask her, I was like, hey, can I ask you some questions? I'm just trying to learn. She's like, yeah, just don't ask me anything stupid. I'm like, I instantly go, oh God.
Yeah. Everything I think is stupid. I don't know how to do that.
And so I asked her, and because that's where I learned this lesson, which was, okay, what camera do you think is the best camera to use on? She's like, that's a stupid question. I was like, oh God.
Strike one.
Exactly. I was like, oh God, I'm already failing.
Yeah.
And she's like, ask instead, what are the most important things you care about?
Yeah.
And so then I repeated the question back to her, and she was like, it's tied. My lenses and who's coloring. Because that's what's actually going to change the look. She's like, at the end of the day, the Venice, the red, the Arri, like they're all basically the same.
Yeah.
They have little nuances, but she's like, essentially they're negligible differences. But the difference in lenses and my colorist, that's going to completely change how my film looks or my TV show looks. And she's done like hundreds and hundreds of episodes, lots of feature films. And so I was like, and immediately from there, I was like, okay, it's about the lenses.
It's a great story, and it is impressive to me how far we've come. You know, we've watched, I'm sure everybody here, whoever's watching, is like, we've watched the camera industry get so good where the excuses are so minimal at this point. Like, even just the iPhone shoots Apple log, like it's so good that as long as you are, and I brought it up last week, it was like, tell the story, make sure that you tell the story, make sure that the things that are timeless, the lenses, the coloring, the story, those things will not fall out of fashion in a year when the next A7 blah 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 comes out. Like lenses, coloring, story will always be there.
That's the one thing I definitely know about lenses, especially like when you get into the film world, is people using vintage lenses. Many, like there are lenses that are like 50, 60, 80 years old that people are like dying to use because they look so good.
Yeah. They have a character. They're part of the story.
Exactly. And lens technology does not nearly advance. And it goes to show you, like, at the rate compared to camera technology, because it shows you like it doesn't have to push innovation because it's so good already. But like I noticed immediately the difference in quality in lenses when I use different lenses that even just in my kit.
Yeah, dude, the craziest thing for me is, we've been in it for a while. If you've been in it for a while, you've been shooting, go grab that kit lens that you got, if you still have it, like that kit lens that you got with your first camera. I have it sitting back here on the shelf. Like, grab that, put it on your camera. It is, because we evolve and you kind of spend a little more money this year and you kind of get a better kit this year, and then you have a big project and you break your 24-70, and so then you have to go get the new, like, it kind of evolves in a slow way where you don't necessarily see it until you go put that 18-55 3556 lens on and you're like, holy cow. That matters so much to the output that I'm putting on the screen. And a lot of people don't realize it. Like, get good glass and learn how to tell a story the right way, and it'll last you a really, really long time.
Yeah, to wrap it up, I saw a post a while ago, which was like, your favorite films are shot on completely outdated cameras.
Yep.
Like, and it was also saying it from the photography standpoint, it's like the 5D Mark II used to be the staple of a camera for photography. Like
Yeah.
it used to be the staple, and now you can get it for like $300.
Yeah.
Like
You
the,
don't you
you
don't
know,
you don't show up to set and anybody's got a
the
5D anymore.
the red one, the like all of these like old Alexas that used to be like the camera that all your favorite movies were shot in. There's like you can get this for like $5,000 now. What used to be $100,000. Like, and he was just going through all these. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
And again, it was not like 100 years ago. This was literally like 10 years ago, 15 years ago. And yes, they're lighter, they're smaller, they're, more efficient, they're better quality. Okay, now they're 4K, now 10, but like your favorite films were shot on them.
Yep.
And so it just goes to show it's like, look, cameras will always, always, always improve. But that's kind of what we're talking about.